Well, hello there, real gamers. Retro Rob here, and welcome to Retro Rob Plays Everything. Today I've got a controller for you by PXN. It's the P5. Been a while since PXN's done anything on this channel. Suppose after watching this video, it will remind them why not. It's not because of them. It's not your fault. It's mine. Anyway. The P5 is for the Nintendo Switch, your PC, iOS, or Android. Not for the Xbox, which kind of makes me sad because this is a Hall effect controller, which means it uses magnets to measure the field of the analog stick and the triggers, by the way. Those are Hall effect too. And it makes it more accurate and less prone to breakdown than other controllers. It's also, I think they're less expensive to produce, honestly, because I've seen a whole bunch of these Hall effect controllers come out, and they seem to be cheaper. Anyway, it's probably easier to get it right, I'm going to guess. But that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. This also uses a USB dongle if you would like to connect. That's if you want it to connect by 2.4 gigahertz. It can do Bluetooth, and it can directly connect if you like that as well. Not bad, eh? Let's take a look at the specs on their website. All right, here we are at the website. The PXN P5 True Flagship Quality Hall Sensor Premium Experience. Which we'll be the judge of that. I'm not a great judge of that. Have you seen some of the controllers I use on this channel? No? Anyway, 1000 hertz Hall effect joystick, 256 level Hall effect trigger. 1000 milliamp high capacity. There's a lot of thousand in here. A lot of thousand. 1000 milliamp high capacity battery. High-end dual gear trigger mode. And a quick switch, whatever that is. Redefining entry-level controller for the ultimate controller for pro gamers. Hall effect joystick. 1000 hertz high polling rate. And it's saying the same things again. 4 back buttons. That's a big deal. I actually like this implementation of the back button. You know how they used to have the flippers? Those always, I didn't hate them, but I like the little like just bump button implementation better. In fact, I use them on all my controllers now. I kind of got used to them, I think, from Steam's Steam Deck, and then I got them like on my current Xbox controller. Oops. That was great. You can see right here, I've got that same kind of implementation there. So, yeah, I like that kind of thing. Adjustable dead zone. That's actually a big deal. Any of you who dealt with early Hall effect controllers, especially with the... boy, having a problem with the words. Words. I'm bad at them. Anyway... with Lenovo's handheld, that was a big deal, being able to adjust that. Anyway, Tri-Mode Connect, as I said earlier. And here's a little bit on the controller. It says it's rubberized. Really? Oh, yeah, no, rubberized. That's good enough, to be honest. I don't like when they're hard plastic at all, the nubs. Am I supposed to call them nubs? Same responsive feeling as the Pro controller. Are they talking about their own or like the Xbox Pro controller? Not sure. High durability, 6 millions cycle lifespan. 6 millions. No drift. Yep, that's true. And anything else? Anything else we need to mention here? I like that. Adjustable. Is this an app? Is this app adjustable? We'll find out, I guess. Piano wire torsion spring precision crafted Hall trigger. Look at that. Yeah, I'd like to be playing Call of Duty with it. That would be awesome. Oh, I guess I can. I can play Call of Duty with it on my PC. That would be true. Mode 1 and Mode Z. Okay, I'm guessing it's Mode 2. And there we go. There's some examples. Oh yeah, this would be great for Call of Duty Mobile. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad thing. All right. I think for the most part, yep, there's the app right there. Infinite customization. The app does look like a phone app. We'll find out. It does have, oh, this, I'm glad I didn't skimp. It does have a built-in gyroscope. If you want to play some Nintendo. Because, you know, Nintendo needs that. Perfect for cards and chess play. It's got an air mouse. It's got an air mouse mode. That's nice. Look at that. I like, all right, so this is something I actually do like, is when in the advertising on their page, they tell you how you do it. That's not a bad thing. And I think they've covered most of this. Yeah. Almost there. There we go. We made it down to the bottom. And I think we are ready to unbox this. That was really long. A lot of detail on the website, and that is not a bad thing. Good job.
Well, look at that. It's the front of the box. PXN, or PXN if you're a weirdo. P5 wireless gaming controller with a receiver. You see that? See the receiver? Cover this box looks nice. I get some crap for talking about how the box looks. But would you buy it from a paper bag? Huh?
Hey buddy, you want to buy this controller in a bag for 30 bucks?
Paper bags are okay for my booze, though. Classy. All right, here's the back of the box. And it covers basically the same specs that they mentioned before. 1000 hertz Hall. Yeah, that's right. Hall effect joystick with ultra low latency. 256 level Hall trigger with trigger travel switch. That's always nice. Wired Bluetooth 2.4 gig triple connection modes. So yeah, it's wired Bluetooth or the 2.4. Nice. Compatible with Nintendo Switch, they mean. PC, Android, and iOS. App virtual programming, 32 button combo at a touch. Wow. Built-in 6-axis gyroscope. Supports modern control. Motion control, not modern control. It does, you know, it's a pretty modern controller. I can't read. Actually, I'm like so far from this, and I'm, you know, the LASIK didn't fix everything, you know, I mean, this is tiny. Built-in 1000 milliamp battery for a long, long life. How nice is that? Let's open it up. How's that for an action angle? Look at that. Bump, 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 bump. Don't do one more bar, I'll get sued. All right. What have we got in here? Okay. We got a manual. It's thick. Look at that. That is a thick manual. Who doesn't love a big Hugo manual? You could whack a bug with that. Hold on, we'll talk about this in a minute. We got your dongles. Receiver, I guess we can call it. And then we got the cable, which I don't know, it's not bad. I was looking at it thinking it was made out of that tin foil they sometimes make them out of. But no. It's okay. Not complaining. Sucker's got about 4 feet to it. It's not very long. I just whacked the mic. It's great using a mic. Here, you can get this, there you go. There you go. Those of you who like to hear bags rustle. Oh. Oh, yeah, this is not too bad. Look at Nintendo Switch mode. No battery mode. wireless mode, I'm going to guess. I don't know. We'll take a look at what all these do once I read the manual. It feels nice. You know, usually the Hall controllers feel a little bit stiff in my opinion. This one does not. ABXY feel pretty good. Triggers feel okay. It's heavy enough. The plastic's a little light, but it doesn't feel like some of those like really cheap controllers you get. It feels pretty good. And these are rubberized in a nod to not being cheap. Looks very attractive, doesn't it? Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. Not bad. All right. We'll go take a look at some features and run through those. And then we'll play a couple games, see how I like it.
Hello. Oh, hey, PXN. How's it going? P5 controller. Boy, you know, I don't recall getting that in. Let me go check through my stuff and see if that arrived. Maybe it was late, you know? Could be, oh, it shows it's delivered. Okay, well, I'll go check through my stuff and I'll see if the controller came in yet, and I'll get going on that review. Sure. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye. All right, just a couple of notes after using this for a couple weeks. I want to note that this is heavily function over form. In other words, it does look attractive, I think, but they didn't go with a bunch of lights. There's no extra like lights around this ring right here. There's no shiny, flashy, anything, to be honest. However, it does have a whole lot of really good basic functions on it, and I'm going to go through those very shortly. I want to mention that it is pretty light. The PXN P5 weighs a svelte 7.8 ounces. The Pro controller, 8.7 ounces. But it does have this texturization on the bottom. It feels good in the hand. It has a very natural feel to it. The analog sticks feel really, really nice. AB and XY don't feel cheap. This is rubberized. And this is rubberized. So the tops of these are rubberized. So it definitely doesn't feel cheap, but you know, they didn't throw a lot of lights on it. I know, that's just terrible. All right, we're gonna take a look at the back of the controller real quick. This is the throw mode for the triggers. So right now it's in short throw mode. And what that means is when I pull these triggers, they don't have a whole lot of throw to them. Useful for first-person shooters, especially. Then, if I'd like to play like a racing game, look at, now I've got a lot more distance, which means it's a lot more sensitive. Also on the bottom here, we've got the connection modes. This one right here is for using the dongle or being directly connected for the PC. PC, iOS, Android, Bluetooth mode. That's the important part, Bluetooth mode. And then here is for connecting to the Nintendo Switch. To turn the controller on, press and hold the home button. And it should automatically connect. If it doesn't, hold it for 3 seconds, and that will cause it to go into connect mode. All right, to switch from X input to D input, which you might want to do if you have to support an older game. You press and hold those two buttons. Once it's at the third light, or second light from the bottom, however you want to look at it, it is now in D input mode. Put it back into X, you just hold these two down. And it will vibrate to tell you, oop, here. Sometimes it takes another swing. There we go. Back into X input, which is for most modern games. Let's talk turbo. All right. This one's a little bit different in how it handles turbo mode, so I'm going to show you the different settings. Again, I'm not actually connected to a game right now, but I think you can figure it out. All right, say I would like a turbo function on A. I'm going to take this button and A and just do that. Now, if I press A, it won't turbo, but if I press and hold it, it will turbo at that point. I can also turn this into basically a turbo switch. If I do this again, press the button once to start turbo firing, press it again to stop. If I would like to increase the rate of turbo, in other words, if I want it to fire faster, I do that. If I want less, I go that way. If I want to clear the turbo function, third time. If I want to clear all turbo functions, because I don't want to take forever, you just hit those two together and it will clear the turbo mode. Vibration function too strong or too weak for you? Well, hold down the program button and press up to increase vibration, or press down to decrease it. You can actually hear it right now. Hear that? Pretty easy. If you find that you need more of a dead zone or a dead zone at all within a game, press and hold both of these for 5 seconds. It will vibrate slightly, indicating that you've entered whichever mode you're not in. So if you're in 0 dead mode, it'll switch over to having 10% dead zone, and vice versa. Here, I'm going to switch mine back because it's been working fine. You can enter calibration mode and complete a calibration directly from the controller if you press this guy and this guy right here. Highly recommend you go to the manual for that if you want to do this through the controller. Otherwise, use the app. It's a bit easier that way. All right, programming a button. In this case, I'm going to map this guy right here to A, which I like to do in first-person shooters. Okay, so I hold this button and whatever button I want to program. Should flash to say it's in programming mode. Hit the buttons that you would like it to map to, just the way you want it mapped. I'm just mapping to A here. And then hit the button again. And now this button is mapped to this button. If I wanted to, I could also map it to multiple. So I could hit this and then do like A, B, X, Y. Oh yeah, if you'd like to clear a program, just basically hold this, the button you want to deprogram, say it's this one, then just hit it again and that clears it. If you're looking for a little bit more chunk on the analog sticks, you can of course use thumbstick covers like these. It uses Xbox style thumb covers, so don't order Nintendo Switch ones because they won't fit. Now let's take a quick look at the app.
All right, before we go on here, I just want to apologize for the video quality of this. Sorry. I got to use my Microsoft camera because unfortunately, this thing won't connect via AirPlay when it's connected to the controller. Gotta love it. All right, anyway, there's 3 sections. Most of the time, you're going to deal with the device section because the tutorial section is really repeated right here. You can just press that button. Definitely go through the tutorials if you have any questions because they're really quite good. There's also the My section, which has to do with your PXN account. We're not going to cover that. In fact, we're not going to cover really much. I just want to show you what it has available. You can do your firmware updates from here, which you can't do on the device itself. So that's pretty useful. I'm up to date, but if I weren't, I could hit that and update it. There is the button test. So if I want to test out and see if a button's working, I can do that. Pretty easy stuff.
Functions. I think all the functions are repeated here. So I can go into the buttons and I can remap them if I would like. It's pretty self-explanatory. Again, I'm not going to go into depth because I went into depth on how to do a lot of this through the controller itself. You've got the macro settings. This is the same thing as the trigger programming that I was doing. Got joystick settings. This is the part I didn't cover because you can modify pretty much everything on those analog sticks to get them to your liking. To be honest, haven't had to set a darn thing on it, but it's nice to know they're there. Vibration settings are repeated. Go back. Oops. Sometimes it's back, sometimes it's apply. And then, of course, we've got trigger settings, which is pretty nice as well. And if I'd like to, I could download the config. That's on my controller right now. Give it a name. Bob3. Confirm. It's really Bob2, but I can't type. There we go. And if I wanted to, I could restore the defaults. That's pretty much it. I mean, I could hit right here to get the profile list, and then I can download them. I don't have any in the cloud because I'd have to sign into my account. Alright, here I am playing some Zenjin. You know, like dungeon, but it's apparently Zen. And what's interesting about it, of course, is I'm playing it on the Mac, and this controller works just fine. Tested a few games on the Mac, and if it supported the Xbox controller halfway decently, and I'm talking about new Xbox controllers, it tends to support this one as well. You just connect it through Bluetooth in iOS mode, it seems to be just fine. Come on, dude. God. I am getting my butt kicked here. I gonna make it? But anyway, controls are smooth. Buttons are working. I don't particularly care for this character. But, there we go. There we go. But anyway, just fine. You know what's fun? Shooting stuff. And this does it just fine. Does that guy sound like Bob Goldthwait? Let's see if we can get him to talk again here. But yeah, I mean, it controls pretty well. If there's something you don't like about it, I suppose you can customize it, but, you know, Man, Mac version of this game is not particularly optimized. Well, I suppose it's, I'm sure, that this is not native. How is that guy not dead? What the heck was up with that? Still, just my sucky gameplay. Come on. I love it. I'm sorry. I love it when they leave a flaming guy. What the hell is that? Crap. He's dead. Oh. I gonna die here? I should not. Here, we'll do this. Where is he? Come back. Why you no come back? There. Yeah. That was good. So, some of you are inevitably going to say, hey, it's Atari Week. Where's some Atari? And guess what? This game right here, Polygunner. Only for the Atari VCS. New VCS, obviously, not the original. But, controller works just fine. So if you got yourself a VCS and looking for a reasonably priced way to control it, well, here you go. Works just fine. Look at this. Press the home button. Right to the Atari menu. That's a win. Oh, in case you're wondering, that last part I did with the 2.4 gigahertz wireless adapter that comes with it. So, yeah, that works with the Atari too. Who'd thunk? Probably everybody. Little Macross action here on the Nintendo Switch. And just the usual basic comments about Nintendo Switch. If you're having any problems connecting it, just plug it in. I do that first. I plug it in through the USB cable first whenever I'm connecting a controller, and I never have a problem. Anyway, this game is coming up on this channel. Sadly, I suck at it, so it's been taking longer. But it's pretty fun. Come on. But this kind of shows off how good Hall effect controllers can be. I mean, it's just so smooth as far as the analog sticks. And that is one of the trademarks of... It's one of the hallmarks of Hall effect. Come on. There we go. Ugh. There we go. But I am really happy with that, especially on what is basically a budget controller. Come on. This guy's got to die here. Heck yeah. Stay away from the missiles. Ugh. There we go. Ooh, did I get hit? This game, right now it's being easy, but it can be brutal. Until you get used to it. And after you get used to it, it's still brutal. Oh, mistakes were made already. Let's just take this last one out. Try not to blow up. There we go. Ugh. Yes, I'm aware. There we go. Good stuff. So, I probably bust out Asphalt, and this is Asphalt 8, like every, I don't know, few months, maybe tops. And it seems like every time, I mean, like every time, it starts me over again. Oh, sigh. Yeah, well. Fair enough. You snooze, you lose, right? Anyway. I got the triggers set to long mode for racing. Not that this is the greatest test of that. But hey, it works. Ah, I made a mistake. I've erred. This is gonna cost me. Ooh. If only I had boost. Kind of funny, every time I play this game, I'm like, I really enjoy playing this. Then I don't play it for another few months. But for, like an actually, well, not really, but mostly free game, it's really quite good. So long, sucker. And there we go. And that wraps it for this unboxing and first impressions video of the PXN P5 controller. Appearance wise, it looks really nice. It's sharp. I'm used to PXN being like really bold with their colors and, you know, throw a light ring or two on there or whatever. This has pretty much none of that. It's a basic white controller. It comes in white, black, and pink, at least the time I got this one. Those were the three colors available. So not, you know, a whole lot of color there, but it feels nice in the hand. They got the feel of the bottom really good. I like the bottom buttons. And the Hall effect sticks are, I would say, actually above average. It's very light in the hand, which took me a little bit getting used to, but once I got used to it, it was like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. I like it. It's, you know, it's okay. If you prefer a heavier controller, it's not going to be the one for you, but it's good for throwing in a bag, honestly. Makes it easier to do that with. You've got a lot of choice here. You can connect it directly. You can connect it through Bluetooth. You can connect it through a little dongle right here. That's included. Another thing that I did during testing is I switched between the Mac, my PC gaming laptop, this Atari, and the Switch, like back and forth constantly, and I never had any real problems. I would just switch the mode, and I wouldn't have to reconnect or anything. It would pick it up again. It worked really well and very smoothly. So all in all, I'm finding frighteningly little to complain about. I'd love to complain about the battery life. Something. But I got nothing. It's pretty good for the price. So, all in all, good job, PXN. Get a thumbs up for the P5. Took me forever to do this review, fooling around with it, but in the end, nice controller. I want to thank you very much for watching this. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in a couple days. Bye!
Let's roll up, here's our guy, playing games from days gone by. But all his skills, they make us sigh. Poor gameplay, we can't deny. Let's roll up, why the zero in your name? Focus lost, so late. But we love you just the same. Retro gaming's his delight, but his focus takes a flight. Bad jokes, they fill the night. Yeah, we watch him, it's alright. It's alright, why the zero in your name? Focus lost, joke so lame. But we love you just the same. From Atari to NES, he plays them all, we must confess. Though his skills are not the best, Retro Rob, you passed the test.